Hi guys, and welcome back to another Farmer's Dynasty, or Farmer's Dynasty as I've heard it called by a few people. I'm not sure which it is. We're going to stick with Farmer's Dynasty. So just before Christmas we did a couple of live streams when the game first came out on Steam, and we've had a few comments. The same comments seem to be coming through. People aren't too sure what is the best way to tend to the field and what order they should be doing things in. So I'm just going to run through the way that I do it. It's not necessarily the best way or the right way, but I know it is working for me. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the plough. Now that might seem obvious, but for those of you that have played Farming Simulator in the past, you know that you don't always have to plough the field first. I'm not sure how this game works, so I have been ploughing, but in Farming Simulator, if you were laying the same crops that were previously in the field, all you had to do was cultivate. So I'm going to run over with the plough. We're going to cover the field completely. I'm not going to make you guys watch me because it does take about 25 minutes for me to do this field. I'm not the greatest at ploughing. I do tend to snake around a bit. Don't get many straight lines, so we're just going to skip on past. And the next step is to cultivate. So all we do is we go straight over everything we've ploughed, going right to the edges of the field, cultivating, so that we'll be able to lay as much seed as possible. And again, this is going to take me a while, not as long as ploughing, but we're going to skip past this stage and move on to the next. Now this is where it gets a little bit confusing, because some people believe that you should fertilise and manure before seeding, but in my head it's seed, fertilise, manure. So this is the way I've been doing it, and as I say, so far I haven't had any troubles. I don't know if it affects the amount of crops that grow. I definitely know that fertilising and putting manure gives you more crops. I'm not sure if it's affected by what order you do it in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to seed, and this is what actually threw me when I first started doing it, because I thought I'd done it in the wrong order, because it doesn't actually say when you go over the field with the seeder to lower it or to turn it on. So I actually thought I'd done it in the wrong order. So I put the seeder away and I fertilised and manured, and then it still didn't work. So I ended up having to go back to the seeder and trying again. And if I drive along and look behind me, you'll see that I'm actually leaving a trail of seeds behind. Now it wasn't too clear to start with, because it wasn't telling me to lower the seeder or to turn it on. So I thought I was doing it wrong, but it actually turned out that I was doing it right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go and get your fertiliser. Now you need to go to the shop to buy the fertiliser. That then gets put in your store. You drive over to your store, fill your fertiliser machine up, and just basically turn it on and drive up and down the field spreading the fertiliser. And once you've completely covered the field, you're going to need manure. Now you can't actually buy manure in game at the moment, so you need to buy yourself some cows. Now if you're playing this quite early, or you're tending to your fields quite early in the game, you're not going to really have enough money to buy cows. I did, and I wish I hadn't, because the rate in which they produce manure is I've got 7 cows and we get 1% of manure a day, and it's going to take quite a lot more manure to cover these 2 fields that I've got going on. So we're going to have to miss out on the manure this time round and hopefully have enough for next time, but fertiliser should do it. And this is 3 weeks on. The crops have just started to come through, so it's going to take quite a few more weeks yet. I'm guessing probably another 4 to 6 weeks before we can actually do anything with these. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off, I'm going to do a few jobs helping the other farmers out. I'm going to repair the house and see how we can get that looking before the next video. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more of these videos, we're going to do a lot more videos like this in the future, so remember to hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.